Hello everyone and welcome into yet another live stream. Give me a second, I need to put away my milk. Hi there everyone. Hi, almost ready? Okay. Hi there, I keep losing my account. Hi. Hi there, Gar. Hi, welcome. Hi there, Tankster. Hi there, Alim, I don't know, I've never seen you before in my life. Hi there. Hi there, Cartman. Hi, welcome. What's up, the stream title? I am exhausted. I'm exhausted. I am really exhausted. Do you ever just set tasks for yourself? Okay, just hear me out. Question. Do you ever set tasks for yourself that you know you can complete? However, you also know that there would be a bitch to complete. But instead of accounting for that, you just ignore it and say, oh well, that's a future MAKiT problem. Because I did that. It's been a long day. My PC arrived. It has. The PC I ordered because, you know, my current one is falling apart. It arrived, which is nice. It's a nice day because of it. The problem is I've set it up. You didn't play Factorio. Yeah, exactly, Phoebe, you were gone. Hey, I told you, you had to be there. Had to be there to tell me play Factorio. But anyway, we don't give performance to future selves. Exactly, Ali. By the way, hi there, Ali. Sorry, I didn't say hi because of the bit, and I just had to say hi. Hi. So basically, I gave this kind of problem to my future self last week. Live chat, thank you for reminding me. There we go, I switched. I gave that kind of problem to my future self last week when I ordered the PC. Instead of getting it delivered to my apartment, I just selected the option that I would just pick it up from the shop because it saved me like a couple of bucks. And yeah, so today I started my day. Today I started my day by just going to the shops, picking up my PC, walking back with it. The shop is 2 kilometers away. It took me 3 hours to get back. It was a long day. It took me like 20 minutes to half an hour to get there, and it took me 3 hours to get back. Sounds like a productive day. Ali, 3 hours, 2 kilometers. That's a little bit around a mile, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me actually see. I would just move my coffee cup. My arms fucking hurt. Okay, 3 hours new PC. That's just picking it up. You don't have a friend with a car? I do have one. I do know someone with a car. I do. But like, come on, it wouldn't be very me. It wouldn't be very MAKiT of me to ask someone for help when I knew I was perfectly capable of doing it myself. Fun fact, I am really good at walking. Just walking around, you know, going for walks, running a bit. I am really good at that. So actually my legs aren't tired a bit. It's just been 2 kilometers, that's easy. My arms, however, are so tired, I'm having trouble just snapping my fingers. It's been a day. But hey, listen, working on a video won't require any physical effort, only mental, which I'm completely fine with that. Noodle arms, I really do. I don't exercise. I am against the idea. I think you just, I think if you're autistic enough, you exercise just by refusing to ask for help. Make it sound like a jellyfish dance from SpongeBob. Oh no, I think it's like that scene from SpongeBob where I have Gumball strength. You know what? Not SpongeBob. Let's go with Amazing World of Gumball. I relate to the main character from the Amazing World of Gumball much more than to SpongeBob, if I'm to be honest. Yes, I said it. I said it, you all of you haters out there. I know I'm dishing out hot takes today. I know. I've said it. What are you gonna do about it? Now, The video, right. I really hope I can do it soon. I would need them. Piss off. Oh. I'm fine. I'm fine. I am, in fact, fine. I got a bit of a headache building up. Every now and then it hits me. But right now it's fine. SpongeBob better. Ali, would you mind not just like stop? Would you mind like stopping just the thing where you're just wrong? Because you are wrong. Would you mind like not doing that? That would be nice. I like both. No, Italian Mappe, you need to be polarized. Pick one. You must love one, hate the other. Those are the rules of the internet. We may not. This is not within our power to change them.
And Z coordinate. So a three-dimensional vector.
Oh, piss! This is such a garbage. Well, I mean, I love this video. It's great. But honestly, it's a maddening feeling. I don't know. It's because it doesn't feel like hurting. Is that a name for this feeling, where like you're like physically tired, but nothing hurts? It's just that you can feel your body like not responding quite as well. Is there a word for that? So, for example, right now, I'm struggling with just picking up the full. To be fair, I have a pretty big mug, and I am myself pretty small. But I'm having trouble just picking up the coffee mug. But my hands don't hurt; they just fatigue. Oh, but yeah, you know, that's a good one actually. Why does the blender picture look like that Nirvana cover with a cat? It's more family friendly with a cat, you know. It's called muscular fatigue. Black Thunder, I'm getting so many mixed messages from you. What do you do? Like yesterday, I think it was yesterday, I don't know, I'm losing track of time. You just made a banging black hole model just like that, easily. How do you know that? You know what? I'm not gonna. I'm tired. I'm not gonna shut up. Listen. This is where I've been at. I didn't do any work today because I'm a lazy piece of shit. That's why. I settled on doing it manually. I don't know why. I don't remember. I remember I had a reason. I don't remember what that reason was. So yes. We're gonna do it manually. Because past MAKiT has a reason, and past MAKiT is never wrong. Never been wrong. Are the 5 minutes over yet? I just need like 5 more minutes, tops. Like, that's actually not the end of the video. But just 5 more minutes, I swear. Why is this blur so weird?
Then the edges are a bit more confusing, but
I don't know.
There's just a way to describe them with
Why am I doing this manually? I don't know how to do it properly, honestly. I should think before I do. You know what? Let's do the thing where I am because I think. I love cubes. Who doesn't? Who doesn't? Cubes are objectively the best shape. That's not my opinion. That's just definition of a cube. Let me think about it, because the thing is, in the script, Minecraft posting. Okay, the thing is, practice 8 bytes. No, that's the final chapter. We're on this one so far. So just there's always discovering vintages. The problem is that this is misaligned the video. It's going to be confusing to watch, which means instead we need to.
So a three-dimensional vector, then the edges are a bit more confusing. And Z coordinate.
This actually would be so much better if if this went straight up to it, which I know, considering how many gay people are in the audience watching right now, this might be difficult for you to hear, But yes, we do need to go straight for it. Where is the... Uh-oh, this is not supposed to be transparent? Never mind, it is. Good. Nope, this is wrong. Where's the middle one? Ow, damn it! I'm keep trying to do normal things with my hand, but it's just not following. It feels like I'm drunk. Do you know that feeling when... Oh, that's not a good description. When you're drunk and like there's this specific moment where your like peripheral nervous system just kind of starts disconnecting. You move your hand, but is lagging behind. Wow, 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 you guys suffering. You know what? I can hear it. I can hear it, Ali. Make it weakly or strongly typing programming languages, which is better. I don't remember which is which. I don't remember definitions. I see is best. That's all you need to know. Where's the middle? There should be a one in the middle. It is not. Cube 9 is in fact missing. Nope. It's just right there. I just moved it. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, what are the values? 128, 16, 8, 4, 1. Around 150. Uh-oh. That doesn't seem right. It's counting from left to right. No. Rotate. Not sure what you're talking about. Oh yeah, well, I switched around a lot of topics. So, neither am I, to be completely honest. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, and then 0, 1 at the beginning, right? No, wait, this. 2 zeros, 3 ones, okay. Perfection. Now we need to render this, and there we go. We just wait. If C is so great, why did they make C++? Littler systems on the lambda calculus. That means declared variables and can't convert data types easily. I would like multiply hello by this conditional. I don't mean to be that guy, Black Thunder, but as a C programmer, I have transitioned over your mortal limitations, because in C, you don't actually care about types. You care about types so much in C that you don't actually care about them. This is kind of the point of this video, but like, oh, you want your double and long to be the same exact variable that the pointer points to. Well, you can. C just lets you. What's the name of it? Meg is a C programmer. Yeah. How is that a surprise? C is the programming. C is my favorite programming language. It's not even close. I use Python for animations because of course I do. It works with everything from Blender to Manim. But obviously I prefer C. Make she hair. Make them. Mac them. I suppose it would be spelled, pronounced a bit differently. Mac them, my evil cousin. It's not my evil twin, it's my evil cousin. I only know Python. That's reasonable. Only knowing Python is reasonable because Python is extremely useful. Now. Now what? Now that's a good question. Because... damn it, I forgot, I didn't mean to. I shouldn't have clicked on this when we're overwriting the file. Oh, it doesn't matter. Okay, so. How much storage do you have in your brain in units of apples, bananas, oranges? At least one banana worth. The last one is like speaking English and French, but then also speaking Belarusian for no discernible reason. That's quite descriptive, thanks though. Okay. Vector. Then the edges are a bit more confusing, but usually we just describe them with integers of each. Each could be described perfectly by 8 3D vectors, 12 integers, and 6 integers. This can be represented using a binary number like this, which you want to store these numbers in device. What you probably do is just take them, put them all in a single line, and voila. Okay, so we will probably just take them, put them all in a single line. Now I think about it. Hi, Data. Hi, welcome. How you doing? Let me have a sip of something. I haven't unpacked my new PC. I haven't had time, been too tired. I should do it. I'm gonna do it after I finish the video. I've been programming to type like you don't chant. You don't chant in language to warp reality. Cringe. Now people start using Mac as their name due to MAKiT influence. What do you mean? Hi the QWERTY. Hi the fake it.
Using Xcode.
Okay. Can I render the next chapter as well? A single line by like so, where each byte is a box with a value on the inside. We could divide the screen in half. The top side will be the code, the bottom side will be the non-code, the effects of whatever it is we're doing. I'm trying to learn Gothic, the language. That's cool. Hold on, my brain is lagging. Let me drink some coffee and then read that comment again. In other news, I'm trying to learn Gothic, the language. Oh, that's great. There we go, much more appropriate response. Good job, MAKiT. Second try jump. MAKiT, I've heard that hot water freezes faster than cold water. Is that true? I don't know. It might be possible. Simply because it might be possible. I'm not saying it's true, I'm not saying it's not. I am simply saying that freezing is different from temperature. Freezing, like the act of freezing, is caused by temperature, but it is a bit disconnected. So there might be some kind of possibility that hot water would allow for a higher freezing point than cold water, if you understand what I mean. So basically, I don't know, maybe increased pressure of hot water, maybe? Which, as it cools off, the effect that causes the freezing point to be higher could be higher than for that of cold water. So, like, if you imagine it on a graph, then basically, like, temperature to time, that's so dumb, temperature to time, then cold water would go like this, whilst hot water would go like this. However, hot water could have something going on with that causes the freezing point to just be at a higher temperature than for cold water. But as I mentioned, no idea. I'm just saying it would make sense for it to not be quite as counterintuitive as if it's true. If it's not, then I have no idea. Haven't studied water in a while, to be honest. Is the video still not done? You said only 5 hours last time I was here. I said 5 minutes, QWERTY. I didn't say 5 hours. I said 5 minutes. Okay? Jeez. For losers, contract mathematics for the win. Not even try to help me. I have no idea which is quicker, which is slower. As I mentioned, I'm just saying that there is a possibility. Damn it, that blender was actually important. I needed it for a video. Okay, so let me just. Nope, light. And then right here, split 10. There we go. Hide the time in high. Someone see water? I lost for no, 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 no. Stop with the propaganda. Stop with the propaganda. No. We're not gonna be brainwashed with your propaganda this time, I see what you're doing. Don't think I don't know this. No, stop with the Michigan propaganda. Damn it. Negative 0.02. There we go. Let's crank this up. Like so. There we go. There we go. We're having a revolution of me. No, not the Michigan revolution. Where Michigan just takes over the entire world because they have like almost all of the fresh water. And they just can. When water wars start, it's gonna be wild in Michigan. Okay. Still water just found you saying amoeba soup. Hold on, we had a salad theory. Now get ready for next one. All of life is just a soup. All of life is just a soup with with a different degree of cooked and chunkiness. The real soup was the friend we made along the way. Not again. Not again. Alright. Pitch black background. This will be a white. And it will be, in fact, glowing white. And then shrine of 50, why not? And then final, there. Render it snapping into place. Perfect. Gonna kill the pre-live oceans that already had organic molecules but not life yet. The ancient soup. That makes sense. I get it. Ancient soup is just fits. It's descriptive. It's accurate. It's simple. It's lovely. That's how it should be done. HEO, do not confuse with HE. I'm so glad that you brought up helium, actually, because I'm so glad that you brought up helium, because that lets me segue into my favorite molecule in all of chemistry. Hey, everyone watching, I want you to all to have a guess, unless you know, in which case you won't guess, because we already know. What is my favorite molecule? If I had to pick a single molecule in all of chemistry, what would it be? I'm gonna give you all a little bit of time to guess. What is my favorite molecule in all of chemistry? Hydrogen, because it's single, just like you. Well, you are all wrong, unless you're right, in which case you're not wrong. It is, in fact, the helium dimer, which is the best molecule ever created. It is, in fact, 2 helium atoms chilling 5,000 picometers away. It is just two of them little buggers. They're just like they're just quite far away, honestly, and they're just chilling. That's it. That's all they do. That's helium dimer. Is one vast molecule formula of H2 consists of 2 helium atoms, and that's it. Largest diatomic molecule. She said that molecule is a sin. No, that is the best molecule. In actually, there are so many. My goodness, that's what you get when you like know flame. That's what happens to you. You just. Another thing is that's really good is polyiodine chains. That's a thing that. Wait, no, polyiodide or polyiodine. That could have been just polyiodine. Hold on, am I confusing it? Polyiodide. Okay, there we go. Polyiodide, which is just my dark mode is kind of screwing with it, so sorry for the flashbang, but there we go. That's also a pretty good one. Don't you dare confuse these angles, they are important, alright? These are not 180 degrees, these are precisely not. Or this one, which is the best, infinite polyiodide homopolymer. Just infinity. Just an infinity there. It reminds him of his own long distance leadership that by all accounts shouldn't exist. Why are you just taking this opportunity to just like... I don't understand. What have I ever done to you? Y'all are just taking this opportunity to roast me. I have done nothing. Nothing but showing you the best molecule to ever exist. Chemistry is my new most hated thing. Why? This is phenomenal. It's a helium dimer. It's just 2 helium atoms. It's great. It's amazing. I personally love it. All right. Okay. 50-50. Turn back to computer science, please. Alright, fine. I guess I'll go back to just doing computer science. That's the goal, remember. Memory, so bits only, bytes. 1 byte. Don't talk about bits, in which case what we would like is bits which we would like to grab from this. Oh, it takes 45 seconds to render a frame. What are you rendering? A galaxy? Oh, you actually are. You know what? Never mind. That's actually a fair point. There we go. Let's call it bin. Shouldn't there be a single integer controlling how many of them there are? There isn't. Why? My goodness, that's just a repeat node. Who made this? What kind of wretched being made these geometry nodes? There we go. Now I can delete those. And it's not centered. There we go, now it is. It's unbelievable. There we go, now we can add however many digits we want. Perfect. That's not what I meant, whatever. Mega select, I changed his name Helium Dimer to Makitanium, or MAKiT. Don't change the name of the Helium Dimer! Leave it be. Your life success depends on it, you will go down in history. I would rather my life success does not depend on me picking the name for a Helium Dimer. Okay, let's desaturate it for now. Let's move it lower down, increase its size, like so. Perfect. And now we're just gonna render a 0, and then render a 1, and then keep going. MAKiT, if I bought you a Zectronics game, never post a video again. Sense engineering nerds. I would like to mention that I have Satisfactory and I don't play it. So if you bought me that game, and if it is as dangerous as you claim, I just wouldn't play it. Which is what I do whenever I'm scared of games. There we go, it rendered properly. Festive. Now let's move it to 1. Render animation. My favorite molecule is water. Your favorite molecule is Michigan propaganda. Michigan propaganda. I really want to work into some kind of video, just the bit of Michigan propaganda of it just selling water. Water was invented by Michigan in order to sell more Michigan. His favorite molecule was sulfuric acid. Why? That's so basic. Come on. I need a bit of flair, you know. 1 byte is just 8 bits. So basically, we package the numbers in these 8-bit long segments. Okay, right here we're just gonna have it increase to... Actually, I fooled you. We're gonna have it decrease and then increase at the same time. Because I'm such a cheesy little bugger. Then 8. There we go. Render animation. There's so many different forms. What do you mean so many different forms of water? There's only one form of water, H2O. All the other ones are posers. What does lie Big Michigan tells to sell its water? That is true. Yeah, that's what happens actually. That is genuinely, that's a true story. Wow, you know what, everyone should stop drinking coffee, you should start drinking water. Yeah, tell me more, peasant who lives in Michigan. My goodness. Propaganda's what it is. Unbelievable. Don't ever trust anyone who tells you to drink more water, because they're probably from Michigan. Put down that t-shirt actually. That quote goes hard. I could have decreased the samples. Could have done a lot of things to make this go quicker. Yeah, sure, Timon. How much did Big Michigan pay you this time? Go study, Mr. 8. Come on, go study. Okay. Yeah, right, Timon. And yet you are spreading Michigan propaganda. If the shoe fits, what can I say? I'm just saying. You're acting an awful lot like someone who would accept Michigan money. Michiganda money. Stop spreading Michiganda. Timon, I swear, if you do not stop spreading Michiganda in my stream, misinformation. That's really funny. I don't know if it's just me having a headache or if that's funny, but I like that look, Alex. Misinformation. Anyway. Yeah, right, Timon. Don't try to pretend. We all know that you work for Big Michigan. We know that you're spreading your Michiganda and misinformation. We all know, don't worry. We're gonna charge you all for co-conspiring to sell water to make Michigan significant. In this case, what do you like this to be is, I think, this packaged into a note. And then, oh, this is gonna be a bit tricky, in it? Yes. Yes, it will be. I'm starting to think you're anti-Michigan. No, I would never. They pay me too much money. Michigan pays me too much money to be anti-Michigan. Are you kidding? You know how much water people need? You know how much water they buy? I would never be anti-Michigan. It's too risky. Eight iterations and then... and transform. Now, what we'll need is combine. And here's where the trickiness comes in. We'll need to move it and we'll need to scale it. And the scale will be 0.3. I think that should give us enough space. Might not actually. Oh, shucks. That might not give us enough space. Unless we do it in rows. Yes, okay. So, muff. And then first for the x coordinates, we take the iteration, which there'll be a couple of. Point as the x, and we just multiply it to create the perfectly right offsets. Or perfectly alright offsets. 2.6 sounds about right. Then we subtract from it enough to move it left. And then every 7 or actually we can move it a bit more to the left. Like this. There we go. And then every 7 we'll need to reset and move it down. So right here what we're gonna have is 21. Then truncated modulo 7 in here. There we go. And then divide by 7. Perfect. Floor. Perfection. Perfection indeed. Ow, I keep trying to scratch my back, but it just hurts to move my arm this high up. Seems like some Green Lantern recharge quote. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to select the first one, which means here's what we do. This calculates the position. But we want to select only the first byte, and that first byte will be compare to 1, and then not quite. So right here we want to divide it by -7. Oh, that's tricky. Why are you up? Multiply -1. There we go. That works. Can actually cram in a fourth one. 28. Perfect. This is our first byte. Now, if this is equal to 1, what we want to happen is... that's a good question. I want this to be a 0 right here. And you want this to be a 1 right here. And then the mix of a 0 like this. Perfect-ish. Now, random value, which will be integer, from 0 to 256 will be plugged in a switch. Okay, so that can't be a thing apparently. Why can it not be a thing? I just want a random value. Fine, I'll implement the random value myself, because apparently I cannot even with you. All we need is just cosine. That's all we need. Cosine, and then add 1, multiply by 128. There we go. This is our random value. Perfect. Now we got random 1s and 0s. Sweet. Don't bring the Italian brain rot here. Okay. Now, right here also we want to mix vector and mix value. Where the 0, 0 should be in the middle. The only problem is that they're all overlapping. Yeah. Which means, once again, the compare is this. The only difference is that right here it will go to 0. No, wait, it should be a 1. I'm an idiot. There we go. Perfect. Man, I'm good at what I do. I really am. The only problem is that this is now random. It didn't used to be. It used to be different. And as such, actually we'll need to end up on this. That's manageable. Okay. Brain rot. Like. The idea being you can just use the plane with numbers and recite it, so number you need. Black Thunder, wait, what? I feel like I skipped out in the comment or two. What are you referring to right now? I don't know if YouTube ate your comments. I think YouTube might have eaten your comments. Two above the last one you read. Yeah, I think YouTube ate your comments. Because this is your first comment in a while. I think YouTube just ate them. There we go, this will be quick. Now, what's next? Let's get this video. Package our numbers into these 8-bit long segments. So then what we're going to do is we're going to package all of them into a box, into their own separate boxes. That will be easy. We can just add it into the node. And then why not link the ones and zeros to vertices on a grid with a Voronoi texture on it? It's because I want them to be, well, I want all of them to be separate objects. So I want them all to be separate objects in like groups of 8, which they are right now. So this is the byte number 1, and then all the ones and zeros next to it will belong to either byte number 0 or byte number 2. And you know, I can just select them using, so for example, right now I am selecting byte number 1 really easily because I'm just doing it like this. I just check if it's a 1, and if it is byte number 1, it just gets selected, which is why I'm doing it this way. Your random ones and zeros are pretty clumped together. That is because of the, well, actually they're not. Like, yeah, they, okay, ones and zeros, fair. But are they? Are they clumped together or are they just random? Because to me they look just straight up random. Yeah, there are certain clumps of zeros because they're noticeable. And they seem, yeah, they seem pretty manageable. Should they be like that? I don't think so. They might be, I suppose. Yes, they might be. I could have fixed it, but now that we've done it and we already have a random noise, I don't care for it. It's fine. Using trig functions, right? I'm using a single cosine. Functions is doing a fair bit of lifting. And then the value of the cosine sets the value for all 8 bytes. So I suppose the reason why there are zeros is just when... Actually, I don't know. It doesn't make too much sense. Because if it's highly unlikely for us to land on a 0 with a cosine. Cramp the theta. I told you, I know how to fix it. I'm just not going to. This is an easy fix. Just multiply by a high number. I'd really multiply by a number that's even more out of line from the whatever. I think it's okay, MAKiT. I know, it is. There we go. It's almost finished. MAKiT, can you try to remaking 1023.exe? What is 1023.exe? Just search it up. I actually want. I actually want. Sounds like too much work, Italian Mafia, to just look it up. Okay. Okay, just 2 more frames and then what's next? What's next is us packaging them into boxes. 8-bit long segments, which will be just deformed cubes with the white material on. And just different store. No. Oh no. Oh no, yes. Oh yes, it should be fine. That's because the main problem I'd have is that... Yeah, no, it'll be fine. As long as we do a join at the end, like this, and then just a cube like this. And then this cube will have a separate attributes to the main thing. There we go. And then first of all, brightness to a 1. Oh yeah, because emission color. Let's do alpha instead. Perfect. And let's bring it to like a... Yeah, 0.8, why not? Now, the problem is that it will not be visible at all unless we also include glowing. But how are we gonna make it glow? There. Now the problem is that the divisions between them are not visible enough. Which means we need to scale it again. Oh, it's not gonna be centered unless I plug it in beforehand. However, in order to plug it in beforehand, I would need to apply these beforehand as well. Which means what we'd actually need to do is unplug all of it. Replug this right here, plug this right here. And then... Yep, that seems a lot more right. That seems a lot more right indeed. I don't mean to be that guy. That should not overlap over. Damn it. It's shifted. It's shifted. Wait. Oh, it is shifted. That makes sense. That, you know what? No, that actually does make a lot of sense. Oh no. Oh no. Oh damn it. So what we actually need to do, it's send it for default, which means that... Oh no. Oh no. Yeah. Well, I guess this is as good as it gets. Won't really get any better. Now, right here, we'll have the alpha value and the size, and then perfect, perfect, perfect. Hot take, you should use 0x3 FA, F8, FFF for the background color. Maybe to break down the black, maybe. However, it won't really matter in a second because there will be code at the top. I didn't expect this many Italian mappers. Dear God, they're spreading. The background, the numbers. Wait, you mean the black? Or what background do you mean? Hi, Theo. Landscape projecting the color wave. The yellow. The yellow. Ah, the yellow to 3. Isn't that practically white? Wouldn't that be barely... Oh no, wait, no, it's not white. That's tealish. That's more bluish, greenish teal. I don't know if you see, but if you rewind the stream a bit, you can see that I tried it with green, but green kind of looks gross in this case. Especially since later on we'll be using warmer colors to represent doubles and ints. So piss yellow is better. Yes. Yes, piss yellow is better. Piss yellow is indeed better. Make a trial of blue, I think. I think we should try all the colors. I personally think that I should set the... You know what? That's a great idea. I think we should set the color of every single number here. Of every single number to be just random. I think that's gonna go well. I think that's gonna go well and splendid. And it's gonna end great. Yeah, let's do it. You know, I'm gonna go in like this. And then we're gonna take this out. Goes into switch. Yep. Math add. Then combine. XYZ. And then we're going to just plug them all in. Like this. There we go. And then divide by 256. Every single one. Or just black and white. I need to subtract this by a chunkier number. That also doesn't really do well with... Plug into a cosine. Plug this into a sine. That's curious, it's red actually, which means the red is winning when... That's just higher. Division without subtraction, that makes sense. we're switch oscillating between 0 and 1. Don't matter. What's the next? What's the next thing? Convenient numbers relating in a single line. Value on the inside. Specific value is each digit long. In this case, I'm not visualizing it because there isn't enough space. Where each byte is a box with a value on the inside of it. On unique address. So first address is 0, then a 1, then a 2, and so on and so forth. And in order to do it, the simplest way would be to just have a switch like this, which goes into a join like this, which will go into a transform, which will go into value to string, which will go into string to curves, which will go into fill, which will go into extrude, like this, like this, like this. Then we're gonna plug all of them into the true first if. Then into the value we're gonna plug in this, and then we're going to have the what. The visual clarity of a clown vomit. If you could make it rainbow for the gays. Now what we want is we want to store named attributes, bribe1, and then equal. That's not good. There we go. It did work. Never mind. Equal, which will be the same exact color. There we go. And then actually brightness of a 10 would be nice, I think. And then actually maybe a 3. We move them lower down. That's higher up, lower down. There we go. Perfect. Now each and every single byte has its own associated address, which should be simple and clear as it could. Okay, neat, festive, fantastic. What's next? We want them to appear a bit more reasonably, which we can do by taking this, dividing it by, let's say, 5, then multiply, that's not what I meant, multiply by 5 with a clump, and then a color rump. No, wait, we don't even need to multiply it. Just divide by 5. And then add. What am I doing? Yes. This. And this then into the scale. Perfect. Should write the addresses in hex. Honestly, if I had a nickel, you know, that's just the only problem. If I had a nickel for every single time Yola backseat animating for me, I wouldn't even need Patreon. Okay, perfect. 0 won't do the trick. 0 ain't enough. 260, and then we are game in. Perfect. Now they're all appearing. Render animation. Kafka's making everything pro. I can see 6 bytes per row, but which bits are those bytes? That's good in that case, because which bits are completely irrelevant. All that matters is the amount of bytes, and you'll see why soon. All that matters is that they are divided into bytes. I'll do this better, I guess. I thought I was the one with the big ego. You come into my house on my stream, suck my dick and call me gay. Okay, what's next in the script? Oh wait, the other one I think finished rendering, didn't it? It still didn't. It's 2 frames away. I should just go away with the volume. That volume is unnecessary. It was fun while it lasted, but that volume is really just holding me back. Some quick late night snacks, breadsticks. That sounds lovely. That sounds lovely. Still don't know what black holes have to do with RAM. Oh, it's list everything. What don't they have to do? It's like crucial to the process. You see, it's like exactly. I have a headache. You know what, everyone? I think I might cut the stream short. I have a bit of a headache. I'm not feeling... It's been a long day for me. I started this last stream very tired, and it's only getting progressively worse. I need to lie down for a second. I'm gonna go lay down, and then I'll go back to work. Anyway, that was fun. We should do this again sometime. And we will tomorrow, because that's the daily live streams. I can never escape this hell. And for now, I suppose that'll be it. Thank you so much for watching. And have a great day. Bye.